So day two started off about an hour south of Nashville on Highway 65, about 15 minutes from Columbia. The turkeys?
Here
Yeah.
before you touch it to make sure there's not any wasp nests.
Good.
'Cause I've gotten lit up.
Fun farmhouse vibe.
Yeah, it's got a strange layout.
Yeah. So this place was cool. It was an old farmhouse, horse farm, 3 beds, 1 bath. There's a barn apartment that is 1 bed, 1 bath. They didn't have any electricity to that, so um, but it, is very primitive. Pretty cool though. Could be converted. There's 25 acres. It's fully fenced because it was a horse farm. There's 2 natural springs. It's about 15 minutes to Columbia, which is a desirable area and growing. This barn was pretty massive. The I don't know if I'd sleep in it with all the spiders that were in there, but it was cool, and it had some, obviously had some history. So it was a cool property. You'll see in a minute the property lines when I show you the onyx, but I did a flyover, and there's definitely some cleared land up on the top of the hill. Getting to it would be challenging, but there could be a road built for sure. It does have some road frontage behind the shop over here, and the road could go up this way, up onto the road, and up onto the ridge, rather. And once you get up there, you'll see there's a secondary big clearing up here, and it opens up quite a bit. And there's a big finger of the property that goes back behind other people's properties. So I don't know how that would work with tiny homes being up there, but this whole section that we're over right now and facing out into beautiful views could absolutely have some kind of grounds up there created. This whole ridge is all part of the property. Anything that you see cleared is within the property boundaries. So the next property is about an hour away. We drove through Amish country, which is Etheridge, Tennessee. All of their advertising is all on signs. It's really cool, kind of, to be in that area. Owen was saying that he and his family have been going there for years. There's a flea market on the right where we stopped behind this buggy. Lots of corn, lots of farms, lots of businesses, shooting ranges, those kind of things. It was really kind of cool to see, farm country, Tennessee. Tons of armadillos around here too. A lot of roadkill. So this next property is the Brush Creek property. This was my favorite of the day by far. It is 37.9 acres. It's one big holler. Um, it's got a ton of road frontage. It's got a dry creek bed that runs through it. Turns into a spring. Here's storage for wood. Coming up on a pond on the right. The water is spring fed. It's got a well as well. Um, the power is, I believe, mostly solar. They have a huge converter in the shop, but here's the house. So 3-bed, 2.5 bath house, built in 2012. So it's pretty new. It's nice inside. New appliances, new water heaters, new propane, a lot of new things. I have a whole list of everything that they've done since they bought the house. Got a wood burning stove. There are lots of mini splits in the place. Nice office space up front with a balcony out looking over the creek. Couple spare bedrooms upstairs. Master downstairs is nice with the, plenty of storage in this whole place too. All the closets are big. This is the guest cabin, which is actually pretty cool. Kind of ready to go already. I believe it runs off the same septic tank as the house.
Because I mean that's enough where if it's dry somewhere, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not worry about it. Only God can make that.
Man. Couple of soaking pools, about 3-4 feet deep, right at the bottom of this hill. A little bit of a steep hill. Could use some stairs, for sure. But overall, really nice. The rest of the property is really cool. We've got a storm shelter. There's the propane. Lots of trails, like nicely cut trails all through the property. Good for walking. This area, you've got your solar, chicken coop, greenhouse, little cold room, cold building. They've cleared this area out for a vegetable garden. So with a little bit of thinning with the trees, you'll see kind of when we drive by later, this could easily be turned into very workable land. This is where all the power converters are for the solar system. Most of the property is off grid since it's spring fed water and solar. The road in is a little bit rough. Could probably use some work. But besides that and the distance to Nashville Airport, it's a pretty epic spot. This trail is going up to the highest point on the property. I believe it was about 400 feet of elevation change. When you get to the end of this road, that is the property line on this side. The area we're driving into now is what I imagined could be very much thinned out. It's got great soil. I checked the survey maps. A lot of these trees are new growth and could easily be thinned out. This whole tract right here is all level and is what I would consider to be the most pasturable area. At the end of this road, you've got further Brush Creek frontage and could absolutely throw some more cabins up there. There's power ran up to this shed as well as the security systems. Got a nice little drop box for Amazon packages. We're about 15 minutes to a lot of big time attractions in this area. The Buffalo River, where a lot of people kayak. It's one of the top kayaking rivers in the country. You've got the Natchez Trace Trail, which runs from Nashville to Mississippi, only 15 minutes away, less than 15 minutes. You're really close to Lawrenceburg, which 15 minutes. They've got Lowe's, they've got Tractor Supply, those kind of things. So there's a couple lakes next, 10 minutes down the road as well. So this one's unique. I think it's got everything. Off grid would save us about $500 a month. Looks like a $3,000 a month mortgage. So it's doable for us. This next property looked kind of cool. Definitely looked run down when I was scoping it out. These manufactured homes are a disaster. The ponds are a disaster. They would, the homes would have to be torn down. Likely couldn't remodel it. This whole area that we're coming into, I thought was great for farming, and they didn't show all these cemetery plots on any of the surveys. So they're very active. It looks like people are putting flowers there on a weekly basis. All the Hoopers, it's Hooper Ave, and they're selling their family's land. But I imagine they're gonna want to come back and visit. So a little bit of a tricky property. We had another hour drive after that, so we took a stop in Centerville, which was a cute little town. A lot of the towns like this in this area are charming. They have these, central spots. I'm sure you've seen them before. But it was nice, and we had quite the drive to get to this next location, which is the hunting property up on the hill. Owen didn't think we could get a truck up there, so we decided to take the ATV right from the beginning. I don't think he was wrong in that assumption. This road is pretty rough, and I believe there may even be a egress or whatever you call it into the wildlife management area at the top of this hill. Very cool place. Uh, got a lot of desirable features. It's completely off grid. I don't know if there's any hopes of drilling a well here. Um, I looked at water tables. It looked pretty challenging. They have rain catchment currently, but this is a space that it seems they just bring a camper up to and hunt. I asked Owen what that was off in the distance, the big complex. He said, "Oh, that's our state penitentiary." I said, "Oh, good. The door was open when we got here. I wonder if anybody's hanging out." It's really cool land up here. It's very rocky. I don't know what kind of agriculture we could do, but we can absolutely have animals and those kind of things. Pretty unique place. Very rustic. Would take some work, but that shop barn could easily be converted. It's got plumbing for the septic tank, and I think we could turn it into a living space in no time. Just passed over the Duck River, leaving this place, which is a big draw for the area. A lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, a lot of boating happens on that river, and it's only about 6 minutes to Highway 40. We had another hour drive to get to this last place, which is only 40 minutes from Nashville, just past Ashland City. It's got a pole barn. They bought this in September last year for, I don't know, 3,800 or 380,000, and now they're listing it for 450 or something like that, which is a little bit crazy. 24 acres, heavily wooded ridgeline. Um, the place is nice inside, but I mean, even all the railings and everything are just 2x4s. So they just slapped it all together to sell the piece of land. The road frontage is very minimal, so anything that we did on the ridgeline, people would have to drive past our house to access any of the things we built there. But it was cool. It was bare bones. Somebody was living there and got a job out of town and decided they were going to try to flip it for another $80,000. I don't think it's worth that. So, low ball offer, if anything. Um, but it's a neat place. something we could build for much less than what they're selling this for. So with all the extra driving we did, Owen had to book it back to Columbia to meet his family for dinner and do another showing afterwards. So I walked the rest of the property, which was really nice. It goes very deep back on this ridgeline. Most of the trees are new growth cedar. Can easily be cut down and cleared out. But it's a deep property. It doesn't have really anything up front. It just opens up into the back. But it's very cool back here. A lot of privacy once you get back behind the barn door. Proximity to Nashville was, you know, tough to overlook. It's only 40 minutes to downtown Nashville from here, about 55 to the airport. But you just go through Ashland City, which is much less trafficked area than 65 or 24 or Highway 40 for that matter. So, kind of interesting place. Could do a lot with it. It's listed at 450, I think max 350 personally, but yeah, not much living space, but it does have some. So interesting place. Nice place to end the day, being a little closer to home. Not so much for Owen, but he trooped it up there to hit the last one. That was on the list, and it was 5 hours of drive time, door to door, and yeah, like Brush Creek a lot. I like the horse farm a lot. This one was pretty cool. The hunting property was cool too. Um, but I think there's going to be more out there. So that's it for this one. Enjoy the drive back to Nashville. Power lines are ran to the end of this clearing as well, which is helpful for anything else that got built. But the property goes way, way back.